After Democrats draft bill to abolish ICE, they make major announcement. By Adam Castellino, Politics U.S. News from AdWorldNews.com. For several weeks, top Democrat lawmakers have been calling for the death of ICE. Members of Congress have gone so far as to draft a bill to officially eliminate the agency. Now, they made an announcement that reveals their true character. The Democratic Party is in a tailspin. After a year and a half of President Donald Trump, liberals are in big trouble. Every accusation they've made against the president has proven to be untrue. Their lapdogs in the fake news continue to embarrass themselves. In fact, President Trump is turning out to be one of the greatest presidents of our generation. He is actually making good on every campaign promise. Over the course of Trump's administration, we've seen Democrats do only one thing: obstruct. They haven't once tried to work with the president and the GOP to improve our country. They even voted against the historic tax cut bill. Every time Trump tries to move forward with making America great again, the Democrats throw a temper tantrum. They support sanctuary cities, putting illegals and criminals ahead of American citizens, exactly what England is doing at this point, which we don't want to wind up like them, do we? It's clear the Democrats are becoming more and more extreme. A recent candidate beat an established congressman after promising to abolish ICE. Since then, numerous leading Democrats have joined in with that ridiculous demand. Several House Democrats have even drafted legislation that will abolish the one law enforcement agency that protects us from illegal aliens. Now, the very same Democrats have vowed to not vote for their own bill. Talk about flip-floppers. A group of Democrats who introduced legislation to abolish ICE said they will vote against the measure if GOP leadership follows through with their vow to bring it to the House floor. Representative Mark Pocan, Pamela J. Paul, Adriana Espaillat, all Democrats, released a statement Thursday accusing GOP leaders of exploiting the legislation for political gain after leadership confirmed it planned to hold a vote. While the Democratic lawmakers said they plan to vote against their own measure, which would create a commission to examine ICE's responsibilities and then recommend transferring them to other agencies, they said they welcome the opportunity for debate. Source The Hill. Let's get this straight. Democrats draft a bill to abolish ICE, which is a widely unpopular idea. When Republicans agree to hold a vote on the bill, these same Democrats said they'll vote against it. Then they blame the Republicans for their own sudden flip-flop. Am I taking crazy pills? What kind of spineless cowards would turn against their own leadership? If you ever want to see congressional stupidity, here it is. These congressmen wasted time and money writing up a bill they knew would never pass. They didn't even expect to vote on it. Yet, after they started this circus, they tried to blame Republicans for the whole thing. Nice try. This entire episode is proof the Democrats have no platform. Abolishing ICE was unthinkable just a few weeks ago. Then, the darling Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez won her primary battle. Suddenly, established Democrats were afraid of losing their seat, so they all started supporting this idiotic notion. But after polling revealed most Americans were strongly against abolishing ICE, they flip-flopped. This shows us just how morally bankrupt the Democrats are. They don't care about what's right for our country. They are only looking for the easy path to votes. They'd support the very worst idea in the world if they thought it'd help them win elections. After all, they supported Obamacare. Yet some of the leading voices on the left can't understand why Americans are outraged. For the last few years, liberals have become more and more hateful towards most Americans. Americans, I would say, yeah. They lecture us about why we're so wrong to support traditional values and constitutional rights. Then they ignore us when we clearly make our voices heard. How else can you explain this out-of-touch statement by Bernie Sanders? In 2002, I voted against the creation of DHS and the establishment of ICE. That was the right vote. Now it is time to do what Americans overwhelmingly want: abolish the cruel, dysfunctional immigration system we have today and pass comprehensive immigration reform. That's why he would have lost the election also. Former presidential candidate Senator Bernie Sanders last week slammed the federal agency as being part of a cruel, dysfunctional immigration system that needs comprehensive reform, source Fox News. Sanders was opposed to abolishing ICE until pressure from his party. Then it seemed he thought the idea would be politically advantageous. But like the rest of the Democrats, he was utterly wrong. Americans don't overwhelmingly want to abolish ICE. It is the one agency protecting us from a flood of criminal immigration. Violent gangs, rapists, sex traffickers, daily assaults on our border. That's not to mention millions of illegals who jeopardize our economy and national security. Bernie doesn't care. He's a millionaire who leeches wealth from hardworking Americans. He won't lose sleep when hundreds of thousands of illegals take American jobs and lower wages. He calls ICE cruel. What's really cruel is using illegal aliens to undermine our government, economy, and values. That's something Democrats will never stop doing. And I might add that Democrats will never win another election because of that mentality. Yep, they are finished. They want to abolish ICE, but they're abolishing themselves in the process. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.